Welcome back, Super Friends. Today we are going to be converting customary units of capacity. You'll need your math notebook or folder, pencil to write with, and don't forget that super brain of yours. Stay tuned for the video. All right, Super Friends, we are going to convert customary units of capacity. Capacity means liquid, so it's going to be dealing with, or not liquid really, just like things that take up volume, have like a volume. So we're going to be dealing with that. What you'll need to do is pause the video and write down the questions so that we can solve them together. Let's look at the first example. It says Danny has 105 ounces of motor oil. Okay, how many quarts and ounces does Danny have? So this looks like I'm turning it from ounces to quarts, and then whatever's left over is going to be ounces. So I'm going to say, what I need to look at my chart. So quarts and ounces I see here. Actually, I don't. I see quarts to pints, and then I see pints to cups, and then I see cups to fluid ounces. So this looks like I'm going to be converting 3 separate times. So what I like to do when I have to convert that many times is write it in my chart so I never forget. So 1 quart equals 2 pints, and 1 pint equals 2 cups. How many cups are in those 2 pints? So it looks like I'm going to do 2 cups times 2 pints, which equals 4 cups. So right now it's looking like 2 pints equals 4 cups. And then how many ounces are in 4 cups? I know what I would have to do is, because 1 cup equals 8 ounces, I would have to do 8 ounces times the 4 cups. 8 times 4 is 32. So it would be 32 ounces. Okay, so it looks like we got it. I have my quart to ounces. So now I'm going to say let's say 32 ounces, because remember, we have to do it the way that we see it in the problem. So I have to go from ounces to quarts. So 32 ounces, that's how you write ounces, equals 1 quart. This is how you write quart. Okay, cool. So this looks like I'm going from, remember, that big is on the left-hand side, smaller is on the right-hand side. So it looks like we're going from small to big, which means we do what? Divide. Okay, cool. So now what are we dividing? Obviously, I'm going to take my 105 ounces and divide them by the 32 ounces that is found in 1 quart. That way, our answer gives us how many quarts we need. Quarts. And then whatever is left over gives us our ounces. So let's go ahead and get our house going. 105 divided by 32. And just so that we're aware, our answer is going to look like this: blank quarts and blank ounces. All right, cool. So I got to get my facts: 32, 64, and then let me add this because I'm not too sure. It looks like 6 and then 9, so 96. I already know that it's going to be way too big to be 105, but I'll still add just to be sure because we can make mistakes. That's an 8, and that's 128. All right, so the biggest number here for us is our 96, which is our third fact. So that means that I know that 32 can go into 1 0 times. Subtract out the 0, I get 1, bring down the 0 here. That's 10. I know 32 can go into 10 0 times. Minus 0, that's 10, bring down the 5. So now, how many times does 32 go into 105? 3 times, because of that 96. Subtract out the 96. What am I left with? Borrow, that turns to a 9. This is a 15. I know that that's going to be 9. So my remainder is 9. So it's going to be 3 quarts, remainder 9 ounces. So I fill it in: 3 quarts, remainder 9 ounces. And that is my final answer. Okay, so this next problem says Lori bought 47 pints of water for a picnic. How many gallons and pints did Lori buy? All right, so we're going from pints to gallons. So I need to see how many pints are in 1 gallon. So how many pints are in 1 gallon? Let's look at our chart. I'm looking for pints to gallons. So right now, looking at my gallons, I see 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Uh-oh, I don't see pints yet. I do know that 1 quart equals 2 pints. So if I do 2 pints times 4 quarts, then that will give me 8 pints. Okay, I think we got it. All right, so 1 gallon equals 8 pints. Let's go ahead and fill that in. So 8 pints equals 1 gallon. Looks like we're going from small to big. So that means we divide. And what are we going to divide? Our 47 divided by the 8. So this is how you write pints. And our answer is going to give us blank gallons. That's how you write gallons. And blank pints. All right, let's get started. We're going to divide. Our 47 goes inside, our 8 goes outside. Let's get our 8 facts. So our 8 facts are 8, 16, 24, 32, times 5 is 40, times 6 is 48. Looks like we're done here because the highest one I see is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is our 5th factor. How many times does 8 go into 4? That is 0 times. 0 times 8 equals 0. Subtract it out. I get 4. Bring down the 7. How many times does 8 go into 7? It was the 5 times that we circled. 5 times 8 is 40. Subtract it out. We get 7. And that is our remainder. So it's 5, remainder 7. So 5 gallons, remainder 7 pints. That is our answer. 5 gallons, remainder 7 pints. All right, let's go on to the next example. All right, our last example says Sandra has 4 quarts and 3 cups of milk. How many cups of milk does Sandra have? So it looks like we're turning our quarts into cups. So we have quarts. 1 quart equals how many cups? Equals blank cups. Let's look at our chart. Go all the way up to our chart. 1 quart. Oh, we found that out. So 1 quart equals 2 pints, which equals 4 cups. And that's the stuff that we had to find out on our own, which is fine. And that's going to be the case for a lot of these. Sometimes you have to find it out on your own. So it equals 4 cups. So 1 quart equals 4 cups. And it looks like we're going from big to small, which means we're multiplying. So let's see, what are we going to multiply? Remember, we're dealing with our quarts first. So we're doing 4 quarts times the 4 cups. And our answer is going to give us cups, which is just C. And then, cups in which we add the 3 cups that we already have. Okay, and then that gives us our final answer of cups, total cups. All right, let's get started to multiply. So I have 4 times 4, that equals what? 16. It's going to be 16 cups. So 16 cups plus the 3 cups equals what? 16 plus 3 equals 19. So it's 19 cups. That's our final answer. So that's basically how we do this. The hardest part for these are going to be finding out how to get from one bigger thing to the smallest thing. That's basically what that's going to be. But what you do is you see how many gallons equals whatever, and then wherever you try to get to, you just multiply all of it by that way. So if we wanted to turn these pints into fluid ounces, what I would do is just take my 8 pints, take this gallon into fluid ounces. I would take the gallon, then I would go to my quarts. 4 quarts times 2 pints. Then that will equal 8. Then 8 times 2, which would equal 16. Then 16 times 8, which would equal a big number, and then that will give me how many ounces I'm getting. But you're basically just multiplying everything together. All right, use these notes to help you with your problems for today.